Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, President Hamilton, Vice Chancellor Al Bloom, Mr. Berkeley, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, and the class of 2017. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 4th commencement exercises of New York University, Abu Dhabi. When we were in 1st grade, we were taught the importance of coloring inside the lines. When we came to NYU Abu Dhabi, we were taught the exact opposite. We were taught the importance of coloring outside the lines, and that, I think, is what made all the difference. We arrived to this university as enthusiastic freshmen who thought they had the right answer to every question and the right solution to every problem in the world. While our enthusiasm is still there, although not this early in the morning, I assure you that the blind trust we had in the truth of our answers has luckily diminished over time. We arrived here thinking we had a lot of answers, but now we are leaving with even more questions. I credit our collective intellectual growth and curiosity, our compassion and understanding of one another, to my class's greatest strength, its diversity. The class of 2017 came from more than 72 different countries and joined a student body that consisted of more than 102 different nationalities, that spoke more than 98 different languages. Our student body here in this university taught us, first and foremost, that it was impossible to look at the world, let alone to truly try to understand it, through a narrow and binary lens. Naturally, in the past 4 years, we've had our fair share of heated discussions and debates. Some days collectively agreeing on our shared destiny as global citizens, and other days diplomatically arguing in favor of what one would call more personal interests. But as heated as these discussions and debates got, we always aspired to find middle ground. And on the days where we couldn't find that middle ground, we made sure we built one. We made sure we built one not only on the strength of our diversity, but also on the weakness of all the reasons we had to convince us otherwise. Values of global understanding, human compassion, and cultural awareness have been embedded in us throughout our time here in this exceptional institution, and will stay with us long after we leave. Allow me to conclude by telling my classmates that while today marks the closing of a chapter, it does not necessarily mark the ending of a story. In fact, we will simply be moving from one diverse place to the next, hopping from one global narrative to another, forever connected by our shared experience of tolerance and coexistence. My friends, wherever your flights take you tomorrow, I hope you always remember that they can also bring you back, whenever you choose to. NYU Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates will impatiently and eagerly wait for your return. Thank you very much.